But I'm talking about the real McCoy here, how to understand God without the Bible. And here's how. Your Bible tells you how to understand Him without the Bible. Let's go to it. Romans 1 and verse 20. For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made. How do you understand God? By the things that are made. Let me read this from a different translation here. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible attributes, His eternal power and divine nature have been understood and observed by what He made, so that people are without excuses. You know, people are without an excuse here because they can look at creation and understand the nature of God. This is how you understand God without the Bible. You start with creation and the things that are made. Now, in an earlier program, I said you can't create something smarter than yourself. And so you have to realize, you just got to look around you and realize, well, man, I didn't create this stuff. You know, they say that each snowflake that falls has 6 sides, but they're all different. Each snowflake is a little bit different. Well, have you proven that to yourself? Have you got, you know, you ought to do that. You ought to, at next snowstorm, get your microscope, get out there and catch a snowflake, put it underneath a microscope, and examine about 1,000 different flakes of snow. And you'd probably be amazed to find out, well, they are a little bit different. No two seem to be the same. Now, how'd that come about? Did you create that? Well, of course you didn't. You know, the moon, the tides, and the oceans that are stirred up, you know, without the gravitational pull of the moon, the large bodies of water like the oceans would stagnate and everything would die and we would die. The hydrologic cycle, the rain, you know, there's no new rain being created. It's just a continuous cycle. Photosynthesis, you know. Ice is an amazing study. You know, most liquids decrease in volume as they cool and freeze. But ice actually, as it goes below 32 degrees, actually starts to expand, and that's what causes it to float on top of the water. If ice didn't do this, it would settle on the bottom of the lakes and rivers, and everything in it would die off. It's just a unique property of the way God created things. But you did this, didn't you? Yeah, again, you can't create something smarter than yourself. We're talking about knowing God without the Bible. We're talking about looking at creation.